Okay, so first thing, what is the problem, the main problem according to you with tech companies coming to San Francisco?
So the main problem is that the tech companies coming to San Francisco are not only not participating in local economy, not frequenting small businesses and leading to the dispossession of a lot of small merchants and business owners, but they're also being taken advantage of by the real estate industry, who knows that everybody working for them makes six-figure salaries and knows that they can evict longtime tenants who might be middle class, working class, or poor, and then to create housing that really only people in more affluent industries such as tech can afford. So evictions have skyrocketed in San Francisco over the last couple of years. No-fault evictions are up 115%. LS Act evictions are up 175%. We're seeing that 69% of no-fault evictions have happened within 4 blocks of the tech bus stops. So really those areas surrounding tech bus stops and then surrounding companies like Twitter in Soma in the mid-market region are these ground zeros of this eviction epidemic in which tech is replacing long-time residents. Yeah.
And what are you doing against this?
We're holding numerous direct actions. We have a direct action these days at least once a week, sometimes twice a week, and whether we're targeting the real estate industry or the tech industry or collusions between those corporations in those industries and our city or state government, we are looking to hold different corporate interests responsible and accountable for the dispossession of communities that are already subjugated by class inequality in San Francisco. We're also working with policymakers and politicians to help curb policies that allow for evictions and exploitation.
What do you reply to the fact that tech companies also produce a considerable amount of wealth that could be maybe redistributed to the community?
Well, we have no evidence that trickle-down economics works. I would love to see a study proving that it did, but I have never seen a study showing that it does. And in fact, class inequality, according to the Brookings Institute, is growing more rapidly in San Francisco than in any other city in the United States. So really, all the wealth that's being generated is staying in the pockets of a select few and is not actually benefiting the majority of San Franciscans.
What about the tax that this company pay?
So these companies are actually evading paying taxes locally through things like the Twitter tax break, but also nationally. Apple and Google, et cetera, they're offshoring enormous amounts of money to avoid paying corporate taxes. Apple is actually offstating money and keeping all its money in Nevada to avoid paying California taxes. We would love to see what would happen if these companies actually pay the taxes that they owe the state and the country and take it from there.
Last question. There has always been this idea that tech companies were different from normal classical capitalists because they were more left-leaning, more progressive, and so on and so forth. What's your take on that?
I think that that's an image that they like to maintain. I think that they're no different than other major corporations that make money by exploiting people and by accumulating capital. They're a newer industry, but they're mirroring the same strategies and mechanisms of older industries such as real estate and banks. They're huge corporate lobbyists. They're funding right-wing platforms. Google's funding ALEC, as is Facebook, the American Legislative Exchange Council. They're offshoring money. They have very little care for the people who live in their local communities. I think that they like to pretend that they're saving those poor people in the global south through a very colonial and racist motif, but I don't see them actually being benign or even left players at all in the larger political economy.
Aren't you afraid that tech companies hypothetically leave San Francisco or the Bay Area, there will be an economic backlash for this area? I'm
sure the economy would change dramatically, but I think it would benefit people who are poor, working class, and middle class hugely if they actually did leave. Yeah.